Welcome dear students. In this video lecture we are going to learn how to solve a problem in development of surfaces with parallel line method. Here this is the question. A hexagonal prism of base side 30 mm and axis height 65 mm is resting on HP on its base with one of the base edges being parallel to VP. It is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP and inclined at 85 degree to HP. The cutting plane meets the solid axis at a point 25 mm from the top. Draw the development of the retained lateral portion. This is what the question. This is also very similar to the one more problem we solved in the parallel line method, but some features are different here. Let's solve. So in this solid, like the previous problems, the solid is resting on the horizontal plane with its base. So the base view of the solid is obtained in the top view. And first we need to solve, we need to draw the projections of the solid, that is the base view and the lateral view. After with the given cutting plane, we need to cut the solid and then we can develop the retained lateral portion. Let me to draw the front and top views of the solid. The solid base view is a hexagon. Since the solid is resting on HP by its base, we need to draw the base view hexagon in the top view. And the meantime, we have to maintain one base edge should be parallel to the VP. So here we need to initiate the drawing of hexagonal base by drawing one base edge parallel to the XY line. It is a prism, so it's going to have 6 base corners and 6 face corners. Let me to identify the center point of the solid by connecting the opposite corners. Up in this point, and now I need to project every corners into the front view area to draw the lateral portion of the solid. The base side of the solid is 30 mm. The axis height given is 65 mm. and let me to mark the corners in the front view. And the axis line should be indicated with the proper line format. Now I just completed the projection of the solid. Then with the cutting plane I need to cut the solid. The cutting plane given is 85-degree inclined to the HP, and the meantime it is going to meet the solid axis at a point 25 mm from the top. So from the top I have to measure 25 mm distance, and at this range I need to pass the cutting plane through the axis to cut the solid. Here the dimensions I am marking are just approximate. In your real practice, the cut points positions and the number of cut points may vary based on the actual case. Just for your reference purpose, I am drawing this. And the given cutting plane is inclined at 85-degree to HP. This cutting plane cut the solid in this way. Yes. Now I need to identify the cut points. Here, just start to travel from the one end of a cutting plane. This is the first intersection. Just examine what are the edges passing over this path. See here, B dash, C dash, F dash, E dash. Two base edges are passing in this range. So this cut point at this part attacking two base edges. So I need to give two cut points. Say they are P dash and Q dash. Put any one inside bracket, and this is what the location of the cut point, and then start to travel. No more intersection further. Yes, again one intersection happened. Here 2 dash, 3 dash and 6 dash, 5 dash. So two face edges are passing in this path. So this cutting plane attacking two face edges at this part. So now I need to give two cut points here. Say they are R dash and S dash. Put any one out of these two inside the bracket. Okay, that's enough. So in this situation, this cutting plane providing us four cut points, and after marking the cut points, let's darken the retained portion of the solid. Here this portion is considered to be the removed portion, and that portion is considered to be the retained portion. Let me to darken the retained edges with the HB pencil. You can note one thing in this problem. Only base and face edges are attacked by the cutting plane, and no lateral edges attacked by the cutting plane. This is not because of any specific reason. Uh, Based on the manner of cutting, this will change problem to problem. So this is nothing but the retained portion, and now I need to project the cut points from front view to top view and mark them in the base view. Now I am projecting the cut points P and Q. Before that, one more duty we are having, that is to note down the address of each and every cut point in order to mark them without any confusion in the top view area. Here the cut points obtained are point P, Q, R and S. Just look closer where the cut point P is exist. See, P and Q are in a single point. So B dash, C dash, F dash and E dash are the victim edges. The cut point P dash is marked without any bracket. So this can be said to F dash, E dash. And the cut point Q is for B dash, C dash. So mark it here. Cut point P is for EF and the cut point Q is for BC. That's all. And now in the top, R dash, S dash are the cut points in the single spot. The victim edges are 2 dash, 3 dash and 6 dash, 5 dash. So out of these two, the edge 2 dash, 3 dash is inside the bracket. So the cut point R dash is for 2 dash, 3 dash. So 2, 3 and 5, 6 for yes. So this is nothing but the address data of each and every cut point, and now I am projecting them to the top view area to mark them in the base view. I am projecting PQ and now I am projecting RS. I just projected them and I need to mark the cut point P in the edge EF. So this is the projector of point P and Q. Wherever this projector intersecting with the edge EF, I need to mark the point P, and wherever it is intersecting with the BC, I need to mark the cut point Q. Here this projector intersecting with the BC, so I need to mark Q here. And the same intersecting with EF at this part, so I need to mark the cut point P. In the same way, the projector of R and S intersecting with 2, 3 at this part, so I need to mark the cut point R here, and intersecting with 5, 6 at this part, so I need to mark the cut point S here. So after marking the cut points, as usual, we have to connect the cut points with the HB pencil. Actually, in this problem, this area, that is this area is the removed portion. They should not be dark, but in this application I am not able to change the darkness after drawing this. But in your work, when you started drawing these things with the 2H pencil and after marking the cut points, you needed to differentiate the retained portion, that is this portion, by darkening the live edges with the HB pencil. And we need not to hatch the area bounded by connecting the cut points, since it is the topic development of surfaces. And then we can go for developing the solid by means of the parallel line method. Just draw the stretch out lines, top stretch out line and bottom stretch out line. The top stretch out line should be drawn along with the face surface of the solid, and the bottom stretch out line need to be drawn from the along with the XY line. and it is a hexagonal prism. In the case of all prisms, already we know the development will be a long rectangle which can be splitted into number of portions equal to the number of side faces of the prism. Here we are having the hexagonal prism, so the number of portions inside the long rectangle is nothing but 6, because it's having 6 sides. 1 2 3 4 5 6 rectangular surface will combine and give you a long rectangular shape as a development of this hexagonal prism. First we needed to develop this uncut solid. Thereafter, by marking the cut points, we can highlight the retained lateral portion. Yes, let me do start this bigger rectangle from this part. Totally 6 faces I needed to show. The distance between this parallel lines is nothing but the base side of the solid. That is, this length is nothing but the base side of the solid. That is 30 mm in this problem. Okay, and then complete the 6 faces. Everything now I am drawing with the 2H pencil only, because after marking the cut points, we will know what are all the retained portions. Until that, we have to maintain everything with mild darkness. I just developed the uncut solid. Now I am marking the base and face corners in the development. Sorry, very sorry. Start with A and should end with A. Now I needed to mark the cut points P, Q, R, S in their respective address. And here you can note one thing. That is, uh, it is not possible to simply project the cut points from the front view of the solid to mark them in their respective position, because no cut points in these problems attained in the longer edges. All the cut points are obtained in base and face edges. So it is not possible to project the cut points from the front view towards the development and mark them. So what we need to do is we have to locate the cut points simply measuring their location in their respective edges. For example, the cut point P is in the edge EF. That is, in the edge EF, we need to mark the cut point P. So we need to refer the position of the cut point P in the top view, not in the front view. In the top view, just look here. The cut point P is in EF. So the location of the cut point with respect to EF has to be measured here. Not we can project. We need to measure and mark. So from E, what is the distance between E and the point P? See this distance. We need to measure this distance. This can be easily done with the help of the compass or the divider. Here I am explaining you how to mark it. So from E, what is the distance of the point P? Measure this distance and mark the same here. So from the point P, at that distance mark the cut point P. In this way we have to mark the cut point in this type of situation. Wherever we are not able to mark the cut points, simply projecting them from the front view to the developed area. Wherever the cut points are obtained in the base edges and face edges of a prism, then marking the cut points in the development can be done through this procedure only, not by simply projecting them and mark them in the development. You have to measure and mark, not project and mark. And then the same way point Q can be marked in the base edge BC, in the edge BC, simply measuring the distance between the point Q and the C. Measure this distance and mark in BC. So from the point C, what is the location of the point Q? Approximately here I am marking. This is nothing but Q. And then the same way point R and S, the point R is in the face edge 2 3. So from 2 to 3 the point R is located at this distance. So with the same distance I have to mark here also. From 2 to 3 the point R can be located approximately here. This is nothing but the location of the cut point R. In the same way, when you try to mark the point point S, which is located in the face edge 5 6, here 5 to 6 edge is there. The distance of the point S from 5 is this much. With the same distance from 5 to 6, I need to mark the point S approximately here. After marking the cut points PQRS, first I need to connect them with the HB pencil. See, after connecting the cut points, now I can realize these are all the removed portions in the solid and this is only the retained portion. So the edges in the retained portion need to be darkened with the help of the HB pencil. Yes. Now the work is over. In this way we can mark the cut points which are all obtained in the base and the face without projecting them from the front view to the development area. Try this answer by your own with the proper tools. Thank you.